Let's take a look at how to set up roles in your CarePaths system. Roles are how you will control what each member of your staff has access to on your site. Let's click on the membership menu up top, select Staff. Next to one of our staff members, we're going to click Edit, and then we're going to select this Roles tab. Your site will come loaded with several presets. You can see the descriptions of them here. If you want this staff member to have full access to everything on your site, including all patients, all settings, you can set them as an admin. Admin is the role that will be automatically assigned to the initial creator of the site, and you can have as many admins as you want. Maybe you only want your staff members to have access to certain areas of the site, though, in which case you're going to select a different role for them from this list. Reading through the descriptions, if one of these meets your needs, you can select that option and you'll be all good to go. However, maybe you want the options from multiple roles to be accessible to this staff member, in which case you're going to want to create a custom role. You don't want to add multiple roles to a staff member. If you've been using CarePaths for a while, you may have set staff members at one point to have multiple roles. Under our new system for customization, though, this can cause some issues with those staff members actually being able to see the things they should be able to see. So rather than selecting multiple roles, we're going to go to this admin menu up top. We're going to select Roles. We're going to click New Role. And we're going to create a new custom role to fulfill the needs for this staff member. You can call it whatever you want. We're just going to call this Custom Role. And for this role, we want the staff to be able to manage billing, flags, and scheduling. If we also wanted this role to have access to all patient records, we could add Manage Records. However, for this role, we're going to set it so that people assigned with this role can only see patients that are specifically assigned to them. And we'll cover that a little later. So under Description, you can put whatever you want again. One easy way to do it is just copy and paste the descriptions for the features that you're adding to make sure that you're covering everything when you look at this later. You'll know exactly what this role has access to. Then we're going to click Save Changes. Now we're going to go back to our staff page. Click Edit next to a staff member. Go back to the Roles tab. And you can see now this custom role that we created is now in the list of options. So we're going to remove the existing role. Again, you don't want to have two. And we're going to add that custom role. So now, as we mentioned earlier, this role does not have access to patient records. So to make sure that this staff member can see the patients that should be assigned to them, we're going to go to the Relationships tab, and we're going to assign this staff member to patients as either the care manager or part of the treatment team. You'll want to note that each patient can only have one care manager, but they can have as many members of the treatment team as you'd like to set. So let's click on Treatment Team here. In this Add box, we're going to type in the first few letters of a patient's last name. Patient's going to pop up. We'll click on their name, and they're added to the list. This staff member will now have full access to this patient's chart. If you only want staff members to be able to access specific patient charts, you can actually just leave the roles section blank entirely. You can go in here, remove this role, and now this staff member will have access to that patient's chart, but will not have access to any of these other areas. And that about wraps up everything you need to know about setting roles for your staff members. Thanks for watching, everyone.